everyone, this video is specifically made for singers who are a little afraid of reading sheet music. I have a not scary tutorial to step you through the main elements that you should know when looking at sheet music so you can familiarize yourself with it and so then you can pick up a score and not feel afraid at all. The song that we will use as our example today is the song Exile, performed by Taylor Swift and Bon Iver. This song in particular came out on Taylor Swift's album Folklore, which launched 2020. The first thing you'll see on the page is the title. This is always very bold and large. Sometimes they might have in brackets underneath the musical or film that the song appears in. For example, My Heart Will Go On, in brackets it will have Titanic, the motion picture. And sometimes, very rarely, the song might have its title and in brackets next to it might have a second title. Right underneath the title to the right, you will see the area where the lyricist, composer, and arranger will appear. Some people do get confused with this area because it doesn't necessarily refer to the person who performs the song. Sometimes it does. In this case, Words of Music by Taylor Swift, yes, it does, but not always. This is where the people who went and made the effort of writing the song appear. To the left of the page, you will see the tempo in these bolded text. This piece is very obvious, moderately slow. Most people, even non-musical people, can work out what a moderately slow pace is. So it's very clear. This is the suggested tempo that it should be played at or has been recorded in. You will sometimes see a little note with an equal signs like this, and that is referring to the BPM, meaning beats per minute. You can work out the beats per minute. Sometimes it's written on the page. For example, the song Exile is 75 BPM. You could put that into a metronome, play it, and that will give you the exact speed that is suggested to play the song in. Looked at the title, the composer, and the tempo, it's time to move on to reading the music. The first thing that we're going to look at is the staff. The staff is this part, if you see here, it's all these lines. Ignore the notes right now, ignore all the squiggles, blah, 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 and ignore all this. We're going to look at these 5 lines, and you'll notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes a staff. So this connects and follows, and this connects and follows all that. You will see that the front of these staffs are connected with a bracket, and that indicates to us that is piano. Sometimes it might even say here piano, but for this score it's just implied. This is what a score looks like normally for a vocalist. It is a PVG score, meaning piano, vocal, and guitar. The piano part is indicated with this bracket here and these 2 staffs. The guitar is used up here, and we'll look at that in a minute, and the vocal is after the introduction down here. So we know that because it's connected, it is implied that that is a piano part, because of the right hand is here and the left hand is here. So the right hand will be playing all these notes and the left hand will be playing all these notes. Now you do not have to read music to understand that, okay? Just know that this is right hand, this is left hand. You will see that it will travel, and these lines in between it break up the bars. So we know that that's 1 full bar, that is 2 bar, that is 3 bar. And then as we travel down the music, it jumps all the way down to here. Now why, you probably ask, isn't this included? Because you'll notice that these brackets are connecting this one and the brackets are connecting this one. So we know that this part here is a continuation of these 3 bars. We have a 4-bar intro, because most of the time a piece of music has a musical introduction that's not singing. So this music is showing us that there are 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, that are purely musical, played by guitar and piano, and it goes 4 bars and then the voice enters, and that's why they haven't put the vocal line up there, because there's no actual vocal line happening for those first 3 bars, and they put it in the 4th bar just because it looks much neater. Now we can understand that we can find the written piano part by looking at these connected bracketed staves, right hand, left hand. These 2 symbols here actually tell us a lot as well. If you look here, it says G5, it says E5, and it says G5. and it says E5 again because we know we continue all the way down here. On top of these bars, we will see that these are the chords. They tell us what sounds are being played, collective sounds, a chord, are being played to create the accompaniment. I personally would have to practice to play this because I'm not the strongest sight reader, so I really do rely on chords. Usually I play 1, 3, 5 to play underneath to help guide my vocals. Okay, this is not the melody, this is chords underneath. So they will always appear above the bar and help you out. This funky looking box is guitar tab. This is what guitarists would use if they don't play chords or they don't play the exact notes written. A lot of guitarists like to use tab, which shows you the fingering that will be required to play on the guitar to make that G chord. Okay, so now we have piano, chord, guitar tab. Now we can look at melody. Our melody 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't start till bar 5, and we follow it. It says here male and then female, because on this recording that's Bon Iver sings, Taylor sings. And you'll see here this funky symbol. I'm going to talk about that another time in a different video, but it means to repeat it when you see the other matching version of that. But we follow the word. So I can see you standing, honey. You'll notice that the lyrics have been broken up depending on the rhythm. And as you get more familiar, you'll know that, okay, standing is held because it's been broken from ing. And you get a little bit better at with his arms around your body. And you might not be able to read that exactly as written, but it gives you a breakdown of where the lyrics will sit and how they're broken up. You don't have to be able to read music to follow this. This note here, as we can see, the next note is higher. So it means that the pitch that we're going to sing from I, can is going to be one note higher, and C is on the same note. So you don't have to exactly be able to read music, but you can see the direction the notes are going. So up, same, up, down, down, up, down. Remember, we travel on. Down, 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 down. Up a bit, down, super down, up. So even if you don't read music exactly, you can follow the shape of the music pretty much with confidence because you can see if it's going higher or lower. This song is a great example because a lot of people get freaked out by notes that are off the staff. These are kind of indicating that it's just going on notes below that, okay? They're ledger lines. It's a fun word. To finish this off, I want to share a few things. Underneath this stuff here, you'll see a little asterisk saying recorded a half step lower. Typically, musicians have done that. Make sure you always look at the first page of your score because it does tell you a lot of information. It won't tell you that information on page 5 of a 7-piece score. It's never going to do that. It's always going to be, information will always be shared on the first page. This one here says recorded a half step lower. I find this a lot in pop music because sometimes pop musicians or pop composers write things in the weirdest keys. And for someone who wants to just play a song, the key would be in a really difficult key to play. For example, if this is in the key of G, it's in F sharp major, which is super gross to play. Lots of sharps, my friends. Underneath here is copyright. This is very important. It shows you that you've purchased the music and it gives you all the jazz about ownership, and it's owned by Taylor Swift's music company. The authorized use by Tamara Nozick shows that I purchased the music. I did this on musicnotes.com and I paid the extra $2 to allow me to digitally download it, which is another reason why I'm using it right now. Well, I hope you found that tutorial useful. Please let me know in the comments below if you did, or if you would like any other videos made. I hope that you go and look at scores and feel confident that you can read as best as you possibly can. That is everything from me, and happy singing, guys. See ya. If you enjoyed this video and want access to more free warm-ups, meditations, and other singing related videos, make sure you subscribe. I am a new channel and any support is appreciated so I can make more material for you guys. Anyway, that's it from me. See you next time.